Good morning. It's 10:17 a.m. on March the 19th of 2022. Let me put myself over here, you all. Let me do this. I've been looking over here at the lightning strikes that are in the U.S., and it's a whole lot more than there was the last time I did a video like this, because I think we had over like 77 some odd thousand lightning strikes. Well, this time there's a whole lot more, and I want to take you over there to that. As soon as I get this pulled up over here on this channel right here. Okay, I've got it pulled up. That's great. Hello there, everybody. Thank you for joining. We're going to go right over here to this screen right here. You can see right now that there is, I'm going to make sure I got volume. Okay, yeah. There's already over 121,000, I think it says 633 lightning strikes in this one area right here, this block. This is like from the Midwest to the east. Look at all of that lightning strikes, you all. That is a lot. It's a lot of it. Hello. And thank you all for being on here. I better come over here and make sure we've got this live stream on the live chat so you all can see. Hello there, Susan, honey. So let me put this back. Well, I've got it right there, you all, so we can see this right here. I'm not sure if the other countries are experiencing as much as this, but this right here, this is really strange because for this area right here, there's been a lot that's been hanging around right here. We can even zoom up. You can see it in clusters. It's really severe looking. I need to get too much of that information off there. There's way too much on here. If I come down, we can get the stations off if I do that, you all. I'm going to put the link to here so you all can come over here and look at it too, because it really is something that is worth looking at if you like to see, you know, what's going on, because this is wonderful data. You can see it right here. And this is real time. Look how far these lightning strikes are literally, they're reaching across with their beams. They say that this is like little detectors, but it looks like lasers. It does kind of look like lasers, like a video game or something. But it's lightning strikes. That's what they say it is. They put this up so they could document all of these lightning strikes. And if you're just tuning in, thank you for coming here. I hadn't done a lightning video in a long time, but yeah, it's picking up. And I think I heard somebody said something about the Gulf of Mexico getting ready to happen, you all. I've got to fix this. Let me do something, you all, because I got to fix this filter on here. If this doesn't have any filter on it, this video capture, you all, please bear with me. I got to try to find this filter on here. Something has happened to this thing. Let me just get this filter off of here so I can just be normal looking. Okay, I'm normal looking. Okay, that's a lot better, you all. I don't want to look too yeah, that's what I'm talking about, you all. Look at this. This literally just now, it's stretched all the way over there to North Korea. That's what it looked like. It looked like it stretched all the way over here from the United States. How can they detect the lightning strikes that far away? If you look at it, you all, how can it be detected all the way over here in Madagascar? And you see how far this one went over here? And look over here near the Mediterranean. These lightning strikes that they got going, they have the ability to come all the way down here to Australia. They do, and New Zealand. See, this is really wild. And if we come over here, let's shrink this down so you all can see the actual connections. This has got lots of connections. And you know the energy, well, there's a lot of energy everywhere. It really is. And I think it does like play a role. Look at that. Look how this is coming down through here. How can it be detected all the way up here from the United States, all the way down here from the East Coast, and it's going over here to Australia and to like the New Zealand and stuff? How can that be? You really have to ask yourself, why is it happening like that? You all, let's look over here. I wonder if they've had let's see how many lightning strikes they've had. They've had like 10,290 in this one block right over here, over the tip, right around here, around the Mediterranean is what's happening, you all. But now we're up to 121,931 931 lightning strikes. Just since the start of this video, when I started making the screenshot for this, if you're just coming in, when I started making the screenshot for this, it had 121,300 something. And now we're up to 121,931. And these areas, they are getting a lot of intensity, a lot of this electricity here. I'm wondering if you live over here, do you have lightning strikes that are this big over here? I know last night where I'm at, the sky was so dark and the emergency alerts just kept going off on the phone, and it would come on the radio saying take shelter right now, because there was like tornadoes like spotted. But they didn't come to my house. They didn't. But the weather, the sky, I really thought, oh my gosh, it's going to downpour and everything. But it didn't happen. Somehow it just skipped right over. But you all listen, there's something going on. Hello there, everybody. Yeah, you all hit that like button. If you're just tuning in, I want to see how these, how that is right here. Let's look at these to see with these lightning strikes. You know that it interferes with this energy right here. It's bound to affect earthquakes. It's bound to like give a boost to the earthquake or something, because how much more can the earth handle? Really, the earth is under stress. And I know you all realize the earth is under stress with all that energy that's coming through there, and that energy does affect us too. It does. And plus, if you think about all of this, the plasma and stuff on the sun, the EMPs and all of that kind of stuff, that affects it too. It just adds to it. It's adding to everything, you all. Then we got this full moon in the Virgo, the warm moon or something like that. It's got energy too. Everything's got energy connected to it. It does. So we're going to look at this, you all. Hello there, Apple Brooks, honey. Thank you for joining. So now we're up to this right here. You know, if we were to zoom in right here, I want to look at this, because it seems like these, I did this before, that like, how do they got this like emitter here in like the Gulf of Mexico, but yet it's going up into this area. See, wait a minute. So look at these. These all have these like things. If these are just picking up the lightning strikes, then why does it look like the signal? Is the signal being boosted back to that area? Is it? Because look at this. This red is really bad. All these areas right here, it's really, really bad. So they've got all of these like points, like contact points. It's like they're bouncing off. They're bouncing off the electricity, I guess, the lightning strikes. They're bound to be doing something like that. And what's it causing? You know, I know the animals are probably scared too. If you're in this area, I know it must be very, a lot of storms there, you all. A lot of terrible storms if you're in that. We are in a cosmic war. We are in a spiritual war. We are in and we're facing interdimensional warfare also, which is, you know, you could say that it is spiritual warfare because it's from the other dimension, but that's okay. We got this. We got this, or we wouldn't be here going through it. Now, let me see this right here, you all. Let's shrink it down. Yeah, let me try to see. Look, 33,000 over here. This is a bigger spot, and I think this says, is this a 122,400 and something now in this area? 122,000? Yes, it's 122,000 just in that one block right there, you all. And like I said, we look over here at this. I don't know if there's any lightning strikes that severe, like earthquakes severe today. I don't, but if we come right up here, of course, this area in California always has them, you all. And I think this has them too. I'd just like to try to see if there's a lot of activity coming with these lightning strikes. The past 48 hours, when it says a lightning strikes within the past 48 hours, as soon it's a running total 48 hours straight, and some of the lightning strikes will drop off with that running total. They will drop off, as you can see right here. Let me put this back over here, you all. So yeah, it's pretty intense, and I'm not sure if you all got these earthquakes happening over here in this area, or volcanoes going off. You know, it's not that it's. Oh my goodness gracious, you all. This look at this area right here. All these lightning strikes right here. And we've got some massive volcanoes here that really have not went off for a long time. Let's look over here. I'm going to pull this down because these can have earthquakes over here too. Let's look over here. I'm not saying lightning strikes cause earthquakes, but if that energy is being felt, I'm sure it affects this. I'm sure it gives more energy to these areas. It's bound to. It really is. It's bound to. Let me get this off of here. You can see the larger earthquakes right here in this area. And this is like where the lightning strikes are at. Let me see this, if I can get this over here. Yeah, they're all in this area. And there's been earthquakes in that area, you all. There really has. Let me do this. Let me try to see if I can shrink this down and pull this over here to this. If I can. I want to try to see if I can shrink it down just to see if we can get this over here. You just bear with me, you all. We're going to try to do this. So right here, I'm going to try to make it almost as big as that. Look at these lightning strikes. Where's this one coming from? It's coming from this batch of islands right here. This had an earthquake right there. Okay, it did. And see, like where is this at? Up here? Let me see up here, you all. I know when I touch that, it makes it come down, but look at this. So these areas are loaded with lightning strikes, and we've had these small earthquakes in this area. And if I were to do this right here, see, they're not showing nothing right here now. Nothing right here. But as time goes by, I'm sure you're going to see something happen in that area because it probably takes a while for the energy to really work its way through. It's like when you go to the doctor or something for therapy and stuff, you have to keep going and going and going until you get better, till they can, whatever they're doing works its way through the rest of your body. Okay, so it takes time. It takes time, you all. It really does. Let me put this back over here. Let me get back over here to the United States. Well, look at this area too. I want to make sure I'm on here. Over here to the United States, 122,491 lightning strikes just in that area alone. What is going over here on in the Gulf? Okay, really, you have to ask yourself why. We know that a lot of storms, once they get here, they can really pick up power. They can pick up steam and strength in that area right there. They really can. Let's look over here at this lightning map, because this shows how these lightning strikes. Let's shrink it down a tad bit, you all, with this touch screen. Yeah, it shrinks. Let's shrink it down because I want to see how far these beams are going, how far this lightning is being picked up. Let me see what I look like on this split screen, you all. I haven't pushed the button. I think I got myself too big on this big screen, but that's okay. Sometimes I like to see about that share the screen. Yeah, thank you all for joining in. Okay, that's not too bad right there, you all. And I don't think I got any lightning strikes coming up here in the corner of the screen where I'm at. But yeah, this is really interesting to look at because I can't really quite figure it out. And I don't even need to, it doesn't matter how it's working. I'm seeing these signals, this energy from the lightning being picked up at these areas that have these receivers. They're picking up and receiving the energy. But what happens is when they're so close together and it's like they beam in the energy, the light, it looks like they beam the energy back, just like this. That's what it looks like. It looks like they're beaming back the lightning strike energy. It is. Look at it, what it's doing. That's what it looks like to me. It's like coming back. So if I was, this is 103 right here in this area alone. 103,392 lightning strikes only in this one little bitty square right here. This is right here around the Gulf of Mexico, Louisiana, and Florida. Just in this one square. Look right there in that one tiny square. 103,392 lightning strikes in the past 24 hours. right in that area. And look at these. Doesn't that make you all wonder too? That is there, like, it's like a mirror. Okay, it's like a mirror. Like, you can bounce things off of it. You can. And like, you have these towers. These towers bounce off your cell phone signals. Okay, they do. They can bounce off signals from towers. From when you go to a next one, your signal it's bounced off of that. Now, I'm not an expert on that either, but this right here looks pretty pretty interesting. That it's like the signal is bouncing back in certain areas, is what it looks like. Let's look at this. I want to see it was 103,000 in this one area alone. If I shrink it down a tad bit more, yeah, right there you are. We've got it, 103,462. This is where all the energy is located, right there in the Gulf of Mexico. Let me shrink this down. I want to come over here to Mexico, the Gulf of Mexico, I mean. See, there's nothing going on right here. Nothing. Only thing we got is this one area right here. Like an earthquake happened right there. Let's do this, you all, because this is pretty neat to see if we can see anything happening in that area. Now, if I shrink this down a little bit, just a tad bit, to see how far these lightning strikes are going. All right, yes. See, we got this. We got this, you all. We have got this. We've got this. We're going to look at this. We are going to look at this area right here. See. Okay. So we have some earthquakes. We do. We have some earthquakes. Here's the one chain right there. And in this area right here, we got some lightning strikes. See, the lightning strikes are picked up in this area. There's one right there around that area. I'm thinking something. And look down here around these areas right here, you all. It doesn't look. Yeah, I just think there's bound to be some type of connection with the energy that is being picked up, because the energy, it travels. It does travel. Just like when we have we have lightning storms, and sometimes you have transformers that blow up. They blow up on the poles. Okay, the plasma from these lightning strikes on the poles. If I can get that straight, I'm trying to get that straight and quit moving on me. That travels down the whole entire line, and it can pop transformers as it's going, and you ain't got no electricity because the transformers get popped. They blow up. Okay, look at that. I didn't know we had some earthquakes right there. But in this area, you all, let's look at this. So yeah, if you're just tuning in, there was a lot in Algeria. You had a lot of lightning strikes, Claudia, in Algeria. Is that what you're saying? Yeah. In Algeria. Sometimes I don't look at these, at the comments, you all, because I get too focused on what I'm doing. I'll look down every now and then. I will. I wonder why they're not saying transformer robots in disguise. You know, there's something to that movie. There really is. And I think there's a lot of symbolism in it too. Symbolic meaning in the well, we do have plasma weapons. Plasma is a weapon. Let's type it in. Plasma. Plasma beams. Beam plasma. Let's see what they say about Wikitroid. I never heard of a Wikitroid. Have you all heard of a Wikitroid? Because we're going to look at a Wikitroid. Yes, we are. We're going to look at a Wikitroid, whatever it is. I like to look in here. Never heard of it, but we're going to hear about it. Plasma beam, which has appeared in all the Metroid games except the original Metroid. I've never heard of a Metroid. In the main series, it's a thin ray capable of piercing multiple enemies. It appears as a short-range beam of intense heat that can be used to melt ice and weld materials. Well, it can weld materials. We know that they have plasma torches, and stuff like that. They use plasma engraving to engrave stuff, and plasma, if you are a welder, I'm sure you know about plasma also. So let's look at this. The plasma beam also appears in Metroid Other M and is authorized for use before the Ridley battle. And Anthony Higgs, well, it sounds like Higgs boson is what it sounds like, is equipped with a large plasma gun. Samsu's gunship is also stated to be equipped with a retractable rear-mounted plasma cannon. So if you all played this game, it's like a series, it's a movie. The plasma beam becomes virtually unstoppable and extremely destructive, as each shot will pass through both hostile enemies and solid material, and it's found in the water-filled hull. Whatever this is, I never watched this game. It looks like a game. So they got these games about that, and we know that we got plasma. We do. There's plasma, and we got lightning strikes too. And these lightning strikes are just beaming all over the place. It really is interesting to have a visual to look at when, you can hear about lightning strike, but the only visual we get is what the news channels show. That's really the only visual we got. Right here is an even bigger visual. Right here. Did I put this map on here? I'm going to put this map on here for you all also right down here. Let's do this. We can do it. Boom. Just like that. I wanted to see this right here. See, look at this intensity. It really is a lot. So now they're at 123,000 right here in this area. Let's shrink this map down so you all can see it better, because really this whole area, it is bombarded with lightning. Lightning, a lot of lightning, and the water, it helps with that electricity, helps with that lightning. So I did want to share this with you all, and I think it has something to do. I think these lightning strikes really don't do much to stop the earthquakes that do occur. I don't think it does. I think they help fuel the earthquakes. I do, with the energy that's, being dispersed. I think it has something to do with the intensity of the earthquakes and the areas that the earthquakes are located in. Let me see if I can shrink this down a little bit more. I can shrink that down to about right here and put this right up like this so we can see this a tad bit more. I want to look over here in this area up here. See, let me come up here. So look at this area around here. There is a lot. Oh, they had an earthquake right there, right here at the top. Let me do this just really. Gina, honey, you got it going way too big up there. That's way too big. I want to bring that light. I want to bring this earthquake map over here. See if we can see the area right there. It's kind of near it, you all. It's kind of near. We got a lot of lightning strikes in this area right here where they had an earthquake. So there is energy that is, I guess, stored in the earth also. Let's think about this, you all. So I was looking at this one day about those copper rods that you have to put in the ground to ground your homes with the electricity, so the earth, the dirt, the ground can absorb it. Okay, but then I was thinking, with just imagine all of the houses, they have these copper rods that are put into the ground to absorb the electrical current, so your houses don't do whatever they do with that electricity, because it's very powerful, all the energy, the currents that are going through it. Well, what's happening to the earth with all the rods into it? You think the earth is storing up this energy also? Okay. Yeah, I think it's probably an unwilling participant. It doesn't really have much of a choice. When you put the lightning rods, these copper rods in the ground, it's storing up the electricity also in the ground, and no telling what else is happening on a big corporation scale. There's no telling what's happening on that type of a scale. Let's look at this. So they had an earthquake right over here in this area also, with all of these lightning strikes going on. That's an intense energy right there. So I am going to go. Let me just put this back here to the United States. Let me come over here and do this. Right here. So they have 108,978 lightning strikes in this one blocked area right here by the Gulf of Mexico and Baton Rouge. And right here, Florida, 108,978. That's where the bulk of the energy, the bulk of the lightning is coming from. So I want to thank you all for coming on here. I'm getting ready to end this video. So thank you, moderators, for being on here. And with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello from my heart to yours. Love you. Have a wonderful rest of your evening or day or afternoon, wherever it is. Yeah, stay safe.